Hi, my name is Rose, and I am not prepared. By that I mean I always script my videos because it helps keep me on point, so I hope you like jump cuts. What do I want to start with? The unhaul or the haul? Let's start with the unhaul, because why not? The first book that I picked up from my pile, to my right, your left, anyways, is What If It's Us by Becky Albertalli and Adam Silvera. I DNF'd this. Is that the correct? Yeah, I DNF'd it. Did not finish. Was it September? Yeah, it was September. Got halfway through it. Are we going to do some spoilers? We're going to do some vague spoilers on some of these books because, I don't know, I don't feel like censoring myself, I suppose, but not too deep. The premise of this, let's see, 2 boys, they're teenagers in high school. One of them is from Georgia, the other one is from New York. The boy from Georgia, he's only in New York for the summer. They have an awkward meeting, and because I guess they're both cute and because the authors say so, there's chemistry there, which... Anyways, I was just very underwhelmed by the entire story and the writing. While I appreciated that there was diversity with both of the main characters, one is Puerto Rican, the other is Jewish, so cool for that, but I was just not thrilled or impressed with the writing. Yeah, gosh, what else to say about this? Oh, crap. Well, I DNF'd it, so I don't want to keep it, and I'm sure there's going to be someone out there that will love this, and I want this to go to a loving home, so cool. Okay, this is another challenge because I decided to challenge myself to make a video and not script it, not really think it through. So another challenge to myself is I have to say one genuine positive thing about each of these books that I'm going to donate. So, actually I already said it. I genuinely appreciated the diversity in the 2 main characters. All right, and let's move on. Billy and Me by Giovanna Fletcher. Also a recent read. I did finish this book in September. September was not a great month. Synopsis of this. It is set in England in modern times, so this is a contemporary... I should probably continue to hold this up, shouldn't I? A woman in her mid-20s from a small town. She gets swept off her feet by an actor. It just really goes through, I guess, their very quick development of their relationship and then just their trials and tribulations, I suppose. I never bought that they had chemistry, and character development was questionable on a lot of characters. I think I gave this like 2 out of 5 stars. What else to say about this? That is honestly the entire point and purpose of this book is the 2 characters. What was their name? Sophie and British guy. I don't know. What is his name? Billy! Oh. His name is in the title of the book. I feel like that says something. Oh no. So Billy and Sophie, anyways, not my favorite. I think I should just move on. One genuinely good thing about this book, I did enjoy the relationship between Sophie, and she was best friends with a much older woman. She was like a woman, oh crap, what was her name? She was like the only person I really liked in this book too. Cannot remember at this moment. She was a woman in like her 60s, and so to see that age difference in any, I guess, media is not particularly common, so that's just something I appreciated and enjoyed. Yep, okay, cool. Next. Oh lord, okay. This one, it's called The Longest Night. It's by Cara Braden, and fun fact, she shouldn't be embarrassed by this. Cara Braden, she started out as a fanfiction writer. Don't freaking judge. She's a good writer. I swear, I've read quite a few of her. She did fanfiction for more than one fandom, but the one that I read in, one of the fandoms that she wrote for was for Marvel, more specifically Captain America, more specifically for Steve Rogers and Bucky Barnes. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Anyways, so yeah, I had read quite a bit of her fanfiction, enjoyed it, commented on it, and we had a bit of a friendship for a while. Where am I going with this? She started as a fanfiction writer. She's a published writer now. This is like original work right here. But it's been, oh Lord, when did I read this? I don't know, like 4 or 5 years ago, something like that. So, crap. Back cover, tell me what this was about. 'Cause, oh. Huh? Okay, so this lady, she was a Marine captain, former Marine captain, Cicely Knight. And, okay, she goes to the wilderness, the Canadian wilderness, and she meets a dude. This dude, I really don't remember his name. Again, I read this like 4 or 5 years ago, once. It's a romance story that I remember. I remember that Cicely, she's, I think, was it from her job? She has a permanent injury, basically. She has back problems. I think that's what it was. And, oh crap, that's really all I remember. Broadly speaking, this is a romance between a man and a woman. And the woman has a disability, which that's also something that Kara is very good about, even in her fan fiction. She's great at giving representation to people who have some form of disability or another. Does that make sense? Yeah. What else do I remember about this? I enjoyed it at the time. I just know that I can't see myself reading this again, so I am going to pass this on to someone else. Good. This is going so well. Okay, next. Oh, another recent read. Okay. Attachments by Rainbow Rowell. Synopsis of this. This takes place in the late 90s, early 2000s. Again, this is like spoilery, so yeah. Essentially, let's see, the two main characters, Beth and Jennifer, and, oh, Lincoln. Right. So this is supposed to be a romance. I didn't find it particularly romantic because Lincoln essentially stalks Beth. He's the one, she's the one that he falls for, because he's reading Beth and Jennifer's emails. I mean, they're doing a no-no by, having personal conversations over work email, which, don't do that. And Lincoln is the one that's supposed to say, hey, don't do that, but he didn't. And so he just kept reading their emails, and he fell in love with Beth, and he did some other like light stalking stuff. And I mean, Beth, she did her own stalking as well. Stalking is a really weird theme to carry through a supposed romance book. Don't do that. Stalking it ain't cute. I'm just putting it out there. Don't do that. Positive thing about this. I did genuinely enjoy I don't like everything about Beth or Jennifer, but I genuinely appreciated how solid of a friendship that these two have and how supportive they are of each other. Yes, healthy female friendships. Boom, we need more of that. Not just in books, but pretty much all media. Cool, thank you. Next. Okay, I happened to grab another Rainbow Rowell. This time, Fangirl. I read this probably 3.5 years ago. It's been a while. I read this once, and I honestly really don't remember hardly anything about this. I liked it well enough. I at least remember that. I remember it follows a girl in college, and she likes to write fan fiction. Guys, that's pretty much... Oh, no, wait. She has a sister, and I think her sister has a drinking problem? Yeah, I think that's a detail in there that happens. I'm tapped. That's all I remember from this. Yeah, liked it well enough. Weirdly enough, not weirdly enough, I don't know. So, the fanfiction what is this girl's name? Kath? Hold on, this is gonna bug me. Nope, I'm seeing Kath. We're gonna call her Catherine. Anyway, so Catherine, she writes the fanfiction, and so little blurbs, part of her story is integrated into this. And I haven't sought out much chatter about this, but from what I understand, like some people enjoyed it, some people didn't, some people were indifferent with the integration of the fan fiction that the Catherine character was writing. I think I felt indifferent / borderline, like, I don't know if I'm really even enjoying this. I read the fan fiction within this book. I don't know, I guess I just felt weirdly obligated to do, so I did it. And I know that there has been like a spin-off for this fan fiction, which I think is like generally well received. I don't think it's something I will ever read, but cool that that happened and exists. So to summarize, read it once, can't see myself reading it again. I want to pass this off to someone else who will enjoy it, as I want to do with all of these books. I want someone else to find joy in these. They had their moment with me. It's time to move on. A good thing about this, how can I pinpoint something when I remember like nothing? Oh, crap. Another book I really don't remember. It is called All the Bright Places by Jennifer Niven? Yeah, this book. Oh, Lord. I read this, I don't know, 3.5 years ago, something like that. I didn't even finish it. I got most of the way through. Can you see that? That's wonderful. The only thing I remember... Oh, okay, so there's some names on the back. That is very helpful. Theodore Finch and Violet Markey. Are you from Britain? I think these two kids, I think they're teenagers, I think they're in high school, and I just remember this book being sad. I think both the characters are sad throughout the book. I think it's Theodore. I think he does have depression, and I think, does Violet? I want to say they're both not in great places. I really don't remember anything beyond that very broad premise. So I think it's supposed to be a high school romance with two people who have depression, and I'm actually really curious if either one of them get any kind of help or therapy, because they both needed it. I know that. I can at least say I think the reason why I stopped, I don't think I intended to DNF this. It's just sometimes I will pause on a story, sometimes for a few days, sometimes for weeks, sometimes for a few months, and then finally come back to it, pretty much like just trying to get, I don't know, motivated or just in the right headspace to deal with whatever I'm reading. And since this one was just, it was sad, y'all. I just remember that fact distinctly. So it was a harder read in that sense. I don't recall if this was like a bad book. In any case, the point being, I don't think I'm ever going to finish this at this point. Plus, I would for sure have to start over. And just knowing that this book it didn't make me feel good. It's not that I'm opposed to reading difficult books. It's just, I don't know. This in particular book, I just don't think I want to finish. And, oh crap, like Fangirl, because I remember nothing about this, I don't know if I can give like one solid, this is a positive about this book, because I remember nothing. So I'm feeling my own challenge, I suppose. So next book, anyway, Warm Bodies by Isaac Marion. Read this once, actually, yeah, all of these books. I either DNF'd or I read once. Anyways, I saw the movie as well. Did I read the book first? Yeah, I read the I read the book first, and then I saw the movie, which for me, this is a bit unusual because I'm generally not a fan of anything to deal with zombies or apocalyptic storylines or dystopian storylines. Just not my thing. Plus, at this point, we are so close, or we might already be living in our own dystopia, and no. Oh, right, the premise. I at least remember more about this one. Go me. Apocalyptic world. There was a virus, I think, and Yeah, it turning people into zombies. And I guess it's just a slow. I had the word there for a moment and then I lost it. It was going to be a good word. It was going to be a smart word. It's gone now. Let's start over. There's a virus and people just, I don't know, they just slowly turn into zombies and they just slowly lose their humanity and eventually become, what did they call them? I don't, there was a specific name for, it was like the last stage of zombiehood or something, where you're just essentially like a killing skeleton, because that's what happens, and you're just all, any ounce of humanity, it's gone. It follows this dude, R, and this girl. Oh crap, what was her name? Does it say in the book? Julie! Cool. So this is Julie. Okay, what's the best way to summarize this? R is essentially attracted to Julie. Okay, no. Let me back up a little bit. So Julie and like her boyfriend and a group of people, they go outside the wall to, because they're in this, I don't know, protective, let's call it like a miniature city or something or other. Big walls have been built to keep out the zombies, and sometimes like groups of people will go outside the walls to gather medicine and any other food that can be found, that sort of thing. Resources, there we go. And I guess it was their turn to go find some more resources or something like that. And R and whatever zombie group that he just happens to walk with, run with, or whatever, they come upon Julie and her group. People are attacked. Some people die. Again, this is spoilers. Julie's boyfriend is actually killed by R. And is this like a thing in zombie books? When R eats, like he keeps the boyfriend's brain and he just like slowly over like, I don't know, a few days or something, he just slowly noms on the brain. And I think every time he takes a bite, he will get like memories and thoughts that the boyfriend had. So by eating the boyfriend's brain, that's how he also comes to know Julie. That's a little disturbing. But this is supposed to be zombie apocalyptic romance weaved into it. I don't know. Here we are. I guess because I'm like jumping all over the place, so I apologize for that. I guess because R still shows signs and bouts of humanity, and that he's not a completely soulless bad zombie, so Julie takes him under her wing, kind of protects him, I guess. I don't know. More story ensues, and for reasons that I super don't remember, like R is one of the first zombies that actually starts to slowly become human again. Science stuff. I don't know. What's the long story short? Long story short, they fall for each other. Julie falls for R when he was still technically a zombie, so that happens. He eventually becomes human again, and he almost dies for her, which, heroics. Yeah, there is hope for humanity. I super don't remember why zombies have the potential to turn human again. I don't know. If that sounds interesting to you, there you go. Surprisingly, I had enjoyed it. It wasn't, one thing that helped is I didn't find it particularly repugnant, I guess. I didn't find it like especially gross. Yeah, there were some like, I don't know, moments within the book and even in the movie because, zombies and brains and nom. I think because it wasn't extreme with these themes, I was cool with it. I'm like, all right, but I'm not going to read this again. And the movie, I enjoyed the movie well enough. I think I saw it a couple times. Thanks, Netflix. And that is that. So, positive about this. Well, I didn't find it repugnant. Because, especially with zombies, normally I just find that stuff. No. Ew. Is that the best I can do for positive? I think so. Because I remember there was some strange stuff with the romance happening here. It wasn't something to wholly look up to. I do remember, was it R? I don't know. I think he had some stalking stuff in there, quite potentially. That wouldn't surprise me. Not that I remember everything, but I don't know. I'm just getting those vibes. So not everything about this romance was great. So I'm just going to stick with this book made me generally enjoy a zombie apocalyptic story. Good job, Isaac. Okay. Next, and finally last, The Wicked Comet by Laura Carlin. Read this once. I enjoyed it well enough. The premise of this is Hester? Was that your name? Yeah, Hester White. She, down on her luck girl in London, England in 1831. Just a bad time. She's in the worst parts of England. Things happen and she stumbles upon a chance to better her life, and then mysteries show themselves, and I've told the synopsis before. Why am I struggling now? And I told you that there's going to be spoilers. So, yeah, the Brock family. She gets sucked into the Brock family. There is a woman-woman relationship. That's like a slow burn thing that happens. I wasn't 100% behind it because I didn't think that relationship was developed as well as it could have been. It wasn't terrible by any means, but could have been improved. Anywho's, yeah, people are disappearing, and it's generally the poor people that are disappearing. Let's see. Hester, she's definitely a brave girl. When she sets her mind to something, she goes for it, even though she's a woman in 1831. She's got all kinds of stuff just blocking her road. I don't know why I had to do that, but you get the point. She does it anyway, so I admired that. I enjoyed that aspect about her and her character. Where was I going with this? Hester and Rebecca Brock, they essentially put on their detective caps because no one else seems to. They're like, lots of people are disappearing. This is also getting scarily close to home. Let's figure this out. And they do. And yeah, drama happens, things happen, and at the very end, these two ladies end up together. Yay! Positive about this. I did give it 3 out of 5 stars. I liked it well enough. And I remember saying in, I don't know, it was like a September wrap-up or something, that I said that Laura Carlin, she definitely has potential as an author, and she does. She knows how to create atmosphere. Yep. What's something that I particularly enjoyed about this? I did appreciate how when Hester set her mind to something, she did not give up, even when things got a little sticky. Cool. Okay. That is that. Those are the books I'm unhauling. Woo! Man, that took a while. This is going to be a really long video, isn't it? Oh, crap. Sorry, not sorry? I'm not sure. Depends on how all y'all feel. Okay. Hey, so remember how I said I never buy books? Well, I discovered something on my travels, and this is something my husband actually pointed out to me. Almost every time we travel somewhere, I buy books, which that's fine, honestly, because when I'm at home, I don't. So it evens out. And while we have traveled a lot this year, we've technically traveled 3 times. Where was I going with that? Oh, right. And also, remember how I think in, oh shoot, which video was it? I don't know, like 2 or 3 videos back, I said, hey, I'm not going to tell any of you where I'm going to travel because mystery. Gotta keep you around, gotta keep you on a cliffhanger. Yeah, that's shot. That's no. Because on these travels, I picked up 2 books, by the way, and 2 bookmarks because I used to collect bookmarks and I had a bomb collection of bookmarks, but because of moving around so much in my adult life, it dwindled down real quick. Don't know why. Don't know why I didn't keep a lot of those. So I'm very slowly building up my bookmark collection because that's just a thing I enjoy. And one of these bookmarks very clearly gives away where I went on vacation, so it's not going to be a mystery anymore. So before I show you that detail, I'll show you the books. So I picked up 2 books in, frankly, one of my favorite bookstores, Kinokuniya. I've come across it in Thailand and, screw it, in Japan. That's where we were traveling. We traveled to Japan. That's where I was for like 3 weeks in October. More of that later. Anywho's, good lord. This is why I script things. I can't get to the dang point. Kiki's Delivery Service. There we go. We're getting there now. This is from the novel by Eiko Kadono. Screenplay written, directed, and produced by, Hayao Miyazaki. Oh, Mr. Miyazaki? Lordy, I hope I was close. So Kiki's Delivery Service, this is a 4-part book series thing. So anyways, Kiki's Delivery Service is my favorite studio. Is it Ghibli or Ghibli? Ghibli. That studio, the very well-known one, that's my favorite one. And I had wanted this book adaptation for a while, and I got the first one. And the Kinokuniya that we went to was in Shinjuku in Tokyo, and they didn't have number 2. So they had 1, 3, and 4, because it's 4 parts. And so we're like, we'll just get the first one. Eventually my husband looked up online, well, how much does it cost online? And how much would it cost to just ship to our home? And it was affordable, basically. It was it cheaper than this? It was like the same price or a little bit cheaper than this. This book alone was 1,208 yen. Translate that to, it's about $12 US. And I think he found them for less than $12 a piece. And now, here we go. Wait, let's have the satisfaction of seeing them all together. Yes, such satisfaction. So, does this technically mean we got 5 books? Because, I mean, he ordered these when we were in Japan. Sure, why not? So, sure, we got 5 books. And so that's the first one. And hold on, I gotta change my battery because it's about to die on me. Be back. Was I done talking about Kiki's Delivery Service? Yeah, probably, but let me insert a more satisfying close-up of these particular books. You're welcome. Superb. Okay, and the fifth, I don't know, another book that I purchased is Dracul, which is still in its protective cover. Dracul by, good lord, how do you say your name, sir? Dacre Stoker? This is, no wait, what? Huh? Why is there that? And then there's J.D. Barker. Basically what I remember is it's supposed to be a prequel to the famous horror story of all time, Dracula by Bram Stoker. And I think the chap who wrote this book is, I don't know, the great-grandson of Bram Stoker. He's related. Cool. And yeah, so, fun fact. I am genuinely enjoying Dracula by Bram Stoker. Stoker, not gonna get into that. I am genuinely enjoying that book, I swear. But it is taking me forever and eternity to finish it. I did a fair amount of reading on the flight to Japan, and then I'm like, swell, I'm probably not going to read this during the trip, but I'll finish this on the flight back home. No. So, I still have not finished that book. And it's been, I don't know, I've had it for probably 2 months, 2.5 months, something like that. You know, I'm sure we've all had those times where we're reading a book, we're enjoying the book, but it's just taking a while to finish it, and Dracula is just one of those books. Good lord, I really hope I do finish it in this month that we are in, November. Please let me finish it. And I don't know, fun fact, Dracula is probably going to be a book that I will purchase and add to my collection of books that make me happy, which is really weird to say about a horror book. But here we are. What else is there to really say about this besides it's supposed to be a prequel to Dracula? Nope, I've got nothing. But I will also, actually no, let me take this out of the cover. Gentle. Ooh. That's me petting the book because I like the texture of the book. It's not weird. Stop judging. Okay, so here, yeah. Whoa, get it in frame. There we go. Cool. You're enjoying it. You're enjoying it. Do you see? Where are you? I can feel it through here. That's probably Dracula. We're gonna move on to a very short segment. Some bookmarks that I bought. Should I just hold this up to the camera or should I do this as an insert? No, I'm too lazy. I'm just gonna hold this up to the camera. So, 2 bookmarks. 1, it's blue, it has flowers, and it has a kitty. That's it. I'm doing well. Okay. It's adorable. I love it. And so this is the bookmark. I mean, I already gave away the secret, but this would have been the bookmark that you're like, oh, so that's where you went. This wonderful, I really hope it's in focus. I'm trying to not, Very beautiful, isn't it? I think it's beautiful too. This, do you really need the backstory behind this? I got it in Kyoto at a, what was that shopping area called? Nope, I can't remember the shopping area off the top of my head. I know it will be something that I talk about in future videos that I talk about Japan and Kyoto and all that good stuff. While I should probably end this video, because goodness knows how long it's going to be. It's going to be a long one. But, so normally I think, what is it called? Wrap-ups, monthly wrap-ups. They're a thing. I've done 2 of them now. I just didn't have enough to say for the month of October because, again, for about 3 weeks in October, not 3 months in October, you can't, that doesn't work. Time doesn't work that way. So 3 weeks in October, I was in Japan. I did very little reading, as I dispelled to you very recently. And like the first week and a half or so in October was just me filming and editing like 3 videos. So I had like no time. So honestly, the only book that I finished was Gustav Gloom and the People Taker by Adam Troy Castro. And I already did a full-length review on this, which you can click here or I will leave a link in the description box below. Nailed it. And the only other story that I read was a fanfiction story. It was about 31,000 words, 31K words, and for those of you who don't really know how to time that kind of reading the way I do, because I read a lot of fanfiction, basically 31,000 words is about the length of a middle grade book. So if that's how you know how to deem, oh, it's going to take me this long how to read this book. Does that help? I hope it does. Anywho's, yeah, it was a fanfiction based in the Teen Wolf fandom, and fun thing, I do plan on making a video about fanfiction because, dang, it gets a bad rap. You know, sometimes for a good reason, but I plan to just give authors, there we go. There are a lot of great authors out there in the fanfiction world, and I'm going to give author recommendations. That's the phrasing that I was looking for. Author recommendations from the Teen Wolf fandom, from, this is broadly speaking, but the Marvel universe. I've read a ton in both of those, especially Teen Wolf. Holy wow. Check Please fandom, maybe even Daredevil, the Punisher, because your girl really enjoyed Karen and Frank Castle, and I'm forever going to be very bummed and a bit bitter that I didn't get to see more of that development of that particular relationship. But the higher beings, basically Disney, they have other things in mind. Disney and Netflix and blah. That's a whole other story. Anywho's, so that's a video that's going to happen at some point. And is this finally the end of this video? Oh. Last minute thing that just popped into my head because spontaneity. The whole Japan stuff, I swear I am not going to wait like 6 months before I start pushing out videos on that. I'm not going to do that to you. I am not going to do that to myself. No, history's not going to repeat itself 3 times, okay? Give me, though, like at least a month or 2, hopefully no more than that, before I start making those videos because I filmed like 40 gigabytes worth of stuff. And as you can probably tell from this video that's unscripted, I can talk. So many videos to come. Give me time to make that cohesive. Those will be scripted. Cool. Now I should really wrap this up. Thank you for watching. Hope you're having a wonderful day and week, and I will see you in my next video. Okay, cool. Okay, bye!